Hey everyone, Garrison Parthmore here, Chief Vape Tester at Triton Sensors. Just want to share some kind of information about how the sensors work and some common misconceptions, and just provide a little more clarity for our users on how to get the most out of their sensors. So I'm here in our kind of testing environment. It's about a 12 feet by 12 feet big room, and the ceilings themselves are about 9.5 feet, which is our honestly kind of like the exact kind of coverage area of the sensor. With the sensor, I have it here up on a pole. Most customers will have it, actually on the ceiling, but it's far away from any vents or anything that can kind of mess with the airflow. So how these sensors work is basically there's a range of different environmental sensors kind of built into the sensor itself, which is actually how we do the vape detection. We look for abnormalities in the air quality and have really sophisticated algorithms that are trained on thousands and thousands of data points of vapes of all types and varieties. And they're also trained to reject any false alerts that might come from things like spray deodorants, hairsprays, etc. And we do a lot of quality control just to make sure everything's as accurate as possible. Kind of first thing I want to talk about is how quickly you should expect to get an alert. That's a common question we get all the time. So once smoke reaches the device, our device will pick up on it, and then our algorithm kind of analyzes it. And once that determination is made, we'll send you an alert within about 10 seconds, plus or minus a couple seconds depending on internet speeds, carrier speeds, congestion, things along those lines. All right, to kind of show this, I'm just a couple feet from the sensor here. You can see I have it on the ground, like how many feet it is from the sensor, between 1 and 7 feet. So the first test I'll show you is just, basically right near the sensor. So about, 2.5 feet away. So I have my peach blue raz vape just for testing purposes. So let me show how it works and how the sensor reacts. So yeah, that's me, just one puff of smoke, and you'll see once the sensor kind of picks up on it, how quickly it's gonna kind of elevate. So it does take a little bit of time for the smoke to actually kind of reach the device and for the device to pick up on it and react. And you can see it picked up on it. It's gonna go through our algorithm, and voila, the alert has come through. So now I'm about 6 feet away from the sensor, which is kind of like our recommended max coverage area. But I'll show you just with a couple puffs of vape kind of how quickly the sensor will react. So the further someone is away from the sensor, the longer it's going to take for the smoke to actually reach the device. But the sensor, it already reacted, so I'm a little further away, so it did take a little bit longer, but it still reacted. Another thing that can totally impact response time is kind of like the direction where the vape is smoked, I guess. In the last couple, I've been smoking kind of towards the sensor, but if you do it like facing like away from the sensor or like to the ground, that definitely impacts response time. So like if I like blow down and like away from the sensor, what's gonna happen is the smoke is gonna take some time to actually travel and like reach the device. So it eventually will get there, it just takes some time, if that makes sense. All right, it reached the detector. So we're, one of the last ones I just wanna talk about real quick is we get a lot of questions from customers about what if someone like smokes a vape in their sleeve or their backpack or a toilet or something like that. But I do wanna show you kind of how it does affect things. So I have a nice jacket here, so I'm gonna vape into my sleeve just for reference. You can see I did it in my sleeve. There's still some smoke that came up actually into my nose. It's really gross. I don't recommend doing this. As you can still see, there's still smoke that gets into the air, and that will reach the device. It just kind of slows it down. We'll say it almost got there already. So yeah, very quick. Yep, already got there. So it definitely does slow it down a little bit, but yeah, and we'll do in the sleeve too, and then down my shirt as well. So see, it still comes out, if that makes sense. That's so gross. But yeah, so things like that will definitely slow the spread of the smoke, but doesn't stop it completely. Maybe if I like do that, it'll still reach the sensor, just still be slowed down.
Hopefully those videos were really helpful for you guys to kind of debunk some myths and show you what it looks like from different perspectives, whether they're trying to hide it or they're doing it obviously and from different angles.